We're on the farm.
We're on a farm.
Wow. Get your own kazoo if you want to do the intro, Wenzel. Welcome, everybody, to episode 22 of the All You Can Hear podcast. This week, as Wenzel said, we are on a farm, but I'm joined, as always, by Cody,
It's me.
by Colt,
E.
and I'm not going to introduce Wenzel this week.
Hey.
That was his intro. So, yeah, we're outside. We're literally on a farm. There's no, it's not like a name of a cool building. No, we're outside recording a podcast. There's like a cricket or something.
You guys can probably hear
hear it. You can probably hear some jets may go through, or we're close to a firing range. You may hear some gunshots. We got some goats over here with some bells. You may hear them.
You got a turkey.
We got a turkey named Dennis. Yeah, this is my grandparents' farm. We're not on some random farm like illegally.
If
We are.
if you check
But we are.
out our Instagram at
If you check out our Instagram at Ebla, you'll be able to see pictures.
AYCH podcast, you'll get to see a picture of the goats.
Yeah, I also tweeted one
Well,
on,
no,
the,
you won't.
on the Twitter.
Never mind.
Cody's lying to you.
Yeah, just check the Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's the podcast this week.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to talk about...
Help me.
Well, I want to talk about
Colt's
what's happened
allergic
me
to
so
outside.
far. We've literally
Get up to the
got
mic.
here at
For some reason, you're a little.
Yeah, you're a little low. You're
What?
not,
A
you're not getting
little
to the
low.
mic good enough. You need to get a little closer.
Am
Why are you
I?
covered in a blanket?
Cody's wearing a blanket out here in 80-degree weather.
it's for show.
It's oh.
Thank you, everybody, for our video viewers.
I don't know. I'm coming up pretty loud and clear
I
on
mean,
the.
you are when you get up to the
All right,
mic.
now we're
Okay.
good. No worries, child.
Oh, hold on. Is that better?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we're
Okay,
good.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So since being on this farm, we've been trying to get out here since
July.
Start.
Also,
June.
it's really windy.
Yeah, it's a little windy. I'm glad we're doing it now because this was one of the first weirder ideas we had. We came up with this, 4 months ago probably.
Yeah.
Like near
End
the
of
beginning.
June.
Near the beginning of the pod. Yeah, I think it was like mid-June or something. But towards the beginning of the podcast, and we were like, well, we can't do it in the summer because it's too hot. So what's better than the first podcast that will go up in fall time?
It is.
Farm podcast.
And the last one of September.
Yep.
It doesn't even feel like fall. It's very warm.
It is the last one. It's actually cooled down a lot since we've been out here,
Yeah.
yeah.
significantly.
I believe
shades here.
the next podcast will go up on October 2nd.
Yeah, next podcast will go up on October
Next
2nd.
podcast is gonna scare you.
Okay.
Oh, one of us. Spoiler. One of us might die.
We're replacing Wenzel. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wenzel's actually been replaced.
Oh no!
We're replacing Wenzel with one of the mini goats.
Yeah,
That's
I'm-
actually when we're on the farm. We're doing auditions.
I'm
Okay.
getting written off.
Legitimately, can we talk about this after
No.
podcast?
Wait. Oh, about the goats coming on?
About Wenzel being replaced by.
Oh,
Oh.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I
But
had
no,
to leave.
So this is Wenzel's first time on the farm, and this is y'all's second time on the farm. I want
Second or third.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
those. I want y'all to talk about your experience so far, because there's been some new additions to the farm family. We got a turkey.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, we
So
did.
I want y'all to talk about what's going through your head.
First thing that happened when we walked up, we got attacked by a dog.
Very fat.
Very
Really?
little.
Yeah.
It, like when it's being held, it's got a very loud bark. But once it was on the ground and it ran towards us, it had a little soft bark. It's like, yeah, yeah.
No dog barks like that. If a dog came up to me and started barking like,
It
yeah,
ran full
yeah,
speed.
yeah.
Hey.
It ran out of breath trying to charge us, and it was
Oh,
trying
it's
to
a
bark.
very
it
out of
did.
shape dog. She's a little fat one.
There we've seen, and you might hear some echoes of each other. This is a very shitty setup, but we're on a fucking farm, so we're recording this battery powered.
This is going to be the most listened to podcast ever recorded on a farm. I'm guaranteeing it right now.
I don't know.
Yeah. What's the battery brand?
Why does that matter? We bought it at the Dollar General.
Shout out. To, I don't
Shout
know.
out to Energizer.
Oh yeah, Energizer.
I bought that good shit. $4.50 a battery.
Good lord.
Oh no!
Oh, we get scary already.
No, okay. Talk about y'all's thoughts of the farm.
Well, we got attacked by a dog, and then we almost got attacked by your grandfather.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he was trying to calm down the dog.
Yeah,
He
but
tried to
then
calm
they
down the
both-
dog by
then your-
charging it with a stick.
And
No,
then your uncle
well-
came out and was attacking your grandfather.
No, that's wow.
Oh my god!
He's like,
it's
you
been
better
a-
not
I
hit
feel
that
like I missed a
dog."
lot
This
because
is
I
an
don't remember.
action-packed episode.
It was great.
And then we went to go get inside the farm, inside the gate, and there was a bunch of goats watching us. And Tanner was like, "Well, we can't get in here because they're gonna try to escape." And so I go
Well, we
in.
couldn't all get in with all our stuff at the same time.
I miraculously went in and fought the goats,
Yeah.
and
he
then
pet the goats.
fun
Cody
fact-
pet a goat and got attacked by a turkey. That's what happened.
Yeah, there was a turkey came up and attacked.
Dennis tried to kill Cody.
Yeah, but we got permission from the goats.
And,
Yeah, the goats gave us permission.
Then we kind of stumbled out here. Tanner stepped in some shit, some goat shit.
Wait, no, I didn't step in.
Who stepped in a landmine?
You said
Oh no, that wasn't. No, I just.
Oh, an
it
actual
was-
landmine.
Yeah, it was no, it was like a piece of wood.
Okay.
I was like,
Wait.
it feels like a landmine.
Oh.
I thought that was
No, it
code
wasn't
for I
poop.
just stepped in goat shit.
No.
Yeah, that's what usually people say is like I stepped on a mine.
Did everybody
What?
yeah.
like, oh, watch out for the landmine?
People
Like,
say that
oh
when they.
shit. Like,
Yeah, that's what they say when they step in
No,
poop.
no, they say, oh,
I've never stepped
Oh,
in poop and be like,
landmine.
oh, a landmine.
Yeah. Or some people say
oh my
stepped
god.
on a bomb.
The turkey is charging the goats. It's limping at full speed.
okay, yeah. And so the goat has a limp. Not
No,
the
the
goat.
turkey.
The turkey has a limp. And I should say this was like what 25, 30 goats.
I counted
Yeah.
like 46 to 48.
48.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of goats.
That's a lot. There are quite a bit of goats, but it's,
Yeah,
it's
we're
a big
outnumbered.
operation out here. It's not no small potatoes.
No, they're pretty big goats. Like quite the opposite from a small potato.
And there's miniature goats that's really pregnant. There's regular goats that are.
Well, I don't know if any of them are pregnant right now.
Why are they so fat then, Tanner?
Is that tiny brown one the leader?
These goats are either well fed or well.
They are
or
well fed.
fucked.
Have you noticed that every animal here is morbidly obese?
Yeah, including me.
I mean, there's a reason why Dixie got tired of barking at y'all because she's fat.
She was like, okay, well y'all can attack if you want.
Yeah, she's like, rob us.
All the goats just stopped and they're staring in one direction.
Yeah, goats are wide. So I don't know if you're listening to this and have never interacted with a goat, they are incredibly strange creatures because they'll just stop and stare at you. Like they won't normally like attack you, but they'll just stop and stare, like try to intimidate you, and like you walk towards them
That's
and they
'cause-
just run away.
That's because they're the devil and they're trying to see what's going on Earth.
Now,
Wow.
the turkey that attacked me has a limp, so I got attacked by a limping turkey. And
Cody
so
lost though.
they were on the left side of the farm, and they heard something. One goat heard something or started running towards their house, their goat house, and the turkey starts gobbling and running towards the goat, and then all the goats followed in a single line.
Yeah, goats are very. Again, if you don't know, most of the time goats, groups of
Oh, they're screaming.
groups of goats don't have like a turkey in their midst. Like it's a very weird thing. But Dennis has kind of taken a leadership role with the goats.
Dennis the turkey.
Well, his name was Tom, and then my younger brother was like, "That's stupid. His name's Dennis." So we started calling him. I don't know why, but he was just like, "Tom's stupid. It's Dennis."
Shit.
So named him Dennis.
Oh man, I really want to get one up here and be like, what do you think of this current political situation in America?
Just start screaming. Ah!
You know,
I agree.
Yeah, no, there was one little goat that kind of got stuck behind all the other goats, and Wenzel was gonna steal it. So
Oh yeah. I mean, that's
Were you saying like, "Oh yeah, I was," or just like, yeah"?
duh.
nobody said this. I didn't stop.
I've just been staring at these goats.
Wenzel's actually holding a goat right now.
We're all trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about on this podcast. We
Yeah,
were like, yeah, we're gonna go
so-
fucking do it to the farm.
Well,
and now
here-
we don't know.
The whole draw of the episode is, hey, we're on a farm. Nobody wants to listen to farm because I mean, like,
Farm talk.
oh, if you're looking, nobody on the podcast can see this, but there's goats, and then right behind the goats are a turkey, and then right behind the turkey is a little chicken.
You know what? I'm taking an English class.
I'm taking an English class right now. I know how to talk very good.
See, and I don't even know what part of the conversation she was going with that.
No, I was gonna say I'm taking an English class. I can do a description, really descriptive essay. Let me describe it to you. It's a brown.
Thank you so much.
Our field reporter Wenzel here. The goats. There's some white ones. There's some brown ones. There's some black ones. There's a chicken.
There's a fucking turkey.
There's a turkey out here.
I can't handle this.
Oh my goodness.
Wenzel, you're really red in the face right now.
Wenzel is very excited to
I
be
think
here.
Wenzel's
I
having a
am.
heat stroke.
Wenzel's also sleep deprived. Do you want to talk about like where you were
Okay.
12 hours ago?
Yeah.
'Cause
We
she
know
wasn't
some
even in the
details.
States.
Let's not call any adjectives out.
Let's use all of them.
Oh, okay.
Wenzel's like, I don't know what an adjective is. We haven't got there in English class yet.
yeah. Person, place, or thing.
So,
right?
okay, so back. Okay, well, let me explain this. Back in July, I think it was.
Now I wonder why he's going back 2
We're
months.
Bliska doing back in the past.
Okay, well, yesterday, me and Abby went to Knoxville to go see a band called Nothing More in concert. The reason why, that's Abby's favorite band. I really like them, and for her birthday, I bought her tickets. So yesterday we went up there to Knoxville. There were some problems though, because for some reason I knew about the time change. But for some reason I didn't take that into account. I knew about it, I just didn't think about it. So I was like, we're gonna leave at 12. Show starts at 6.
Yeah.
We were like, we're gonna have enough time to eat. So when we get up there, it was 4 here.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
5
5
there.
there.
I'm like, fuck. So we were like, we can't eat right now. So I mean, we ate lunch, but we were like, we can't eat. So we just went straight to the show, and gosh, it's in the middle of literally nowhere. We're under a bridge, the interstate.
Is that what
Park-
the show was? Under a bridge?
Yes, it was under a bridge. No, the place is called the International. It was under a bridge. It's in Knoxville. Again, middle of nowhere. Doesn't know its own parking situation. Had to park under the bridge. Dirt everywhere. And yeah, so we got in there. Oh gosh, we tried to get T-shirts. One of the guys was really rude. Oh gosh, me thinking about it just makes me upset. But
Calm down, bud.
right here.
Yeah, like directly into the fucking mic.
That's what he's been
That's
doing.
what he's doing.
He wants you to eat the mic.
Cody's
Oh.
right here texting.
Good. Okay, but anyway, yeah, the guy was really rude. Abby just asked for a T-shirt. The guy's like, "What are you talking about?" Literally right next to the T-shirt.
What shirts?
I mean, seriously, he was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, she looked back at me, and I'm like, "I don't know what he's doing. Like, I don't know what you like." Oh gosh, it was just bad. And then he, again, just really not a nice guy. And then we got our T-shirts. We dealt with it. I was tempted to take his tip jar and just take all the money out of it.
I was tempted to rob him.
Well, I mean, he doesn't deserve those tips. He's an asshole. But yeah. Oh gosh. What else happened? There was like 3 opening acts. Like the show starts at 7, but they had 3 bands performing for them. It was in order: Palisades, My Ticket Home, Hell or High Water. All really great bands. Really nice. Just good sound.
How long were their sets? Were they like super long
They're
sets?
30 minutes each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad, but it just but they were 30 minutes each, but they had to take time to set up.
Yeah.
So that took like forever, it seemed like. But
Without food?
yeah, without food, without anything to drink, we were like this for like 5 hours.
You guys were in hell.
God,
Yeah.
that sounds awful.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I make sure to get up to every concert in Birmingham 2 hours early.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was poor planning on my part. I mean, Abby brought cookies. She snuck cookies in. Well, I say
Everything you need to survive.
I say snuck, but the guy opened the bag and he was like, "Oh, you're bringing cookies in for the show, nice." So, so yeah, it was hell. After pretty much when we got to the 3rd act, I was in complete agony.
Yeah.
My foot, I did something to my foot a few days ago. I tore it or something.
He
so
tore it.
I tore my foot off.
I tore my foot off. No, the muscle in it. I did something to it. I sprained it, whatever. So I was just in agony. My arms were hurting. My back was hurting. I was just.
Wenzel?
I was in pain.
I got a question. Did you have a good time?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. After Wenzel told us all of this, he was like, probably like the second best concert I've been to.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Afterwards, a lot of stuff happened. Some of it I can't say on here, but they know what happened. But
If you're listening, you know what happened.
but everybody here knows what happened. But yeah, it was just a crazy shit. And then after that, I looked at Abby and I was like, "Would you say you had a good time?" She was like, "Yeah, that was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to." I was like, "That's good." So
We're
mean-
never coming back to Knoxville.
no, yeah, we're never doing that again. We're not going to the International ever. Going to Knoxville. awful because we forgot to, or Abby knew, but I forgot that it was also Tennessee was having a game in Knoxville.
Oh yeah.
So traffic was kind of ridiculous. Going back wasn't bad though. There's nobody on the road.
Holy shit! I forgot about Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Well, no, Vanderbilt's in Nashville.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's in
Tennessee's in Knoxville.
Nashville. Yeah, Tennessee was
Forgot about Albuquerque.
Cody's like, well, I forgot about Vanderbilt. Well,
I mean, like
sorry.
I was thinking like Alabama traffic up that way. Up to
yeah.
that area. I don't know if it's like you because I think you take the same. No, you don't. No, never mind. I
No.
don't.
They don't
fucking
get
know
as
what I'm
much
talking
traffic because
about.
they suck, and
Um,
Alabama's better, so we get better traffic. Worse.
But I
traffic.
mean, I will say this though. I mean, there was like one girl who was really nice. In front of us, she kept like she was trying to like get Abby up there in the front. But she was like, "Hey, do you need to see?" You know, because she could just tell Abby's short. So, but yeah, there was a lot of drunk people, which what made the experience a little bit worse. But and there's moshing, which Abby just whenever these guys were getting really heavy into it, like thrashing and stuff, people were getting upset too.
I'm just like,
Um,
I don't understand the point of moshing. I
Yeah,
guess
I
it's
don't-
just me.
I don't either. Like Abby looked back at me and she's like, "That's why you didn't want us to be in the middle." And like, that's the exact reason. And she was like, "I thought they were fighting because they were getting really aggressive." And then again, people got pulled out for that.
Yeah.
So
For me, I think moshing, it's just part of the culture.
Yeah. No,
It
it
is
totally
like
It's
is.
also
culture.
I don't like to get hurt physically, so I like to watch it from afar.
yeah, there was like we were on the left side, the best side, honestly.
The screw you right side.
And there's actually little kids right next to us, which is kind of funny. But then I was like, they sung along to every single song.
Wow.
I was like, well, they're dedicated.
That was like I went to a 21 Pilots concert last year, and there was like this old like 70-year-old man. I was like, oh, his granddaughter probably drove him here
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
no.
No, dude knew every freaking song of like because 21 Pilots doesn't have like that big of a catalog, so they sing like all their songs.
Yeah.
And he knew every single one of them. I'm like, what?
That reminds me, there was an old man over there, probably same age, 70. Whenever they're, I sent you those snaps of them playing Gorillaz and stuff. They're playing a lot of alternative rock music, whatever.
Yeah.
Guy was like, "Is this Gorillaz? Like, I haven't heard their new stuff. This is good." And then literally every song that came after that, he was like, "Oh, is this that or this or whatever?" I'm like,
It's
Jesus.
almost like the stereotypes we make about age and other factors.
Yeah.
don't actually
Well, I
matter in the
mean,
real
sure,
world.
but it's just weird to see like an old man be
yeah, because
like start rapping or something.
yeah,
like, just
because
something
I mean,
you
all
don't
the old people I've been around are literally like, "Have you ever heard of?" Quoting my dad, Burt Camford. Like, nobody knows Burt Camford, but
You also got to take into consideration that old people, it's illegal for them to go out of the house.
yeah,
yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm covered in bugs.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah, me
swap
too.
my legs every 3 seconds.
This is metal as
Yeah.
fuck.
And it's like the sun is bearing down on us, and I've got a blanket on my lap.
I don't
Which
know
I still
why.
don't know why it's there.
It's for me be able to see the fucking.
Yeah, but you haven't used it. You keep using your hand. You're not even using the blanket for it.
I'm about to throw this down a well.
And you want me to put
Yeah,
it somewhere?
Put the blanket over there. Jesus.
Well, yeah. It was a great trip. It was fucking awesome.
I would. Ugh.
I wouldn't do it again, but I mean, if they came to Birmingham, I'd do it. But other than that,
Yeah.
again. But it was a great show. So
Well, that's good that you have. And like you came back today, so like you probably haven't had that much sleep.
yeah, by the time we got to her grandparents' house, it was 1:00.
And what time did you wake up to leave?
I woke up at 9:30.
Oh, pff, okay.
Well,
you
yeah.
had enough sleep.
I woke up at 9:30, and but her grandmother was like, "Hey, could you guys hold on? I'll be back." So we were there until 11. So I
That's
mean,
not too
yeah,
bad. You made good time then, because you were at my house at 3:30.
yeah.
Nice.
What time did you get to your house?
Well, first I had to drop Abby off. I got at my house like, oh gosh, 2:50.
Wow.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I got to Abby's house at 2:43, and then I kind of talked to her a little bit, and then I got to my house at 2:50.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun trip. I mean, it's Tom. I mean, Dennis. It's the turkey. I was like, what is that sound?
What's happening?
He's picking
He's
at
pecking.
He's like, "What is this?"
Now I'm wondering where all the goats went.
Oh my.
Because it's when they all go missing is when you should be scared. I've never seen animals that are like, we're going to chill out together as much as goats.
I kind of like it.
It's weird.
I kinda
Especially
wanna
when they
be a
all
goat.
stare at you.
I kind of want to be a goat.
You want to be a goat or you want a goat?
A little bit of both.
I want to be a goat, but also have a pet goat as a goat.
That'd be kind of cool as
Wait,
shit. Wouldn't it be
wait.
just my child?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
no,
Wait, is
yeah.
that slavery?
Wait,
No,
no.
wait.
How did you get
I
that?
don't think you
If you're a
understand what the
goat
word
and you
means.
own a goat,
as like a pet.
And you fuck it.
Wait,
What?
I'm real confused.
God.
Look, we're on a farm.
Yeah, we're on a farm. Apparently, Colt's going to be as redneck as possible.
Rednecks fuck goats.
Dennis is not paying attention.
I'm trying to get Dennis to come over here.
Dennis, you want to do a guest spot?
What if he
Dennis.
what if he jumps on the table and just starts messing with all the stuff?
You, know, you say that, I was like, haha, that'd be funny. It could happen.
I know.
I mean, he has the
Earlier-
bum leg, so maybe not, but
Earlier, I thought a goat was I was just being able to be friendly with a goat, but it was actually just pissing and taking a shit at the same time.
yeah. It's like, why is this guy touching me? Like I'm trying to poop. It's really good.
I was able to pet it though.
They have some big balls. Like we saw them swaying. Like holy
There's just a lot
hell.
about.
I just love how Colt said that as country as possible. They got some big balls on them goats.
I mean, I'm out here in my homeland. I gotta talk.
You're 6 minutes from your house.
Help me.
Another thing is that there are pears just growing on trees out here. And
Like
I,
they're pear trees or something.
and I really just want to fucking eat a pear right now.
I mean,
That's what that turkey doing.
no, I don't know what he's
You know what?
doing.
Y'all carry the podcast for a minute.
Cody, that turkey's gonna kick your ass.
This is one of those times where I'm like, oh man, I wish we had video because Cody's gonna get attacked by the turkey again.
I hope Cody gets attacked. I really do.
And the funny thing is, Cody has no idea how to close the gate, so like all the goats are gonna get out. Anyways, so let's. What do y'all want to talk about?
I mean, that concert, the lead singer of Nothing More, he got on this huge fucking machine. That was crazy.
He drove a car in the crowd.
Yeah, he drove a car in the crowd.
Wow, that's crazy.
Killed a lot of people.
Oh god, that turkey's moving towards Cody.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I really
Cody's
hope-
about to get his ass
I want
kicked.
to talk, but I
yeah, like I want to watch this at the same time. Okay, I
let's-
guess we can talk about like
want to narrate this.
all the turkey is marching towards the direction Cody's in. Now it is off camera.
Oh
Just-
god, it's running. It's going at very.
Oh gosh,
It's-
it's
oh, God.
flipping really fast.
Cody is now emerged. The turkey.
Cody has emerged from the building. The turkey is trailing Cody, I think. No,
It's just standing
it's
still.
just
It's just
standing there.
watching him.
now it's gonna be Cody's gonna get a pair. Is Cody gonna be able to get back in?
I don't think so. I think Cody might die.
Is this the last time we see Cody?
This is actually Cody writing himself off the podcast.
I hope he falls
oh,
down.
oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, this is the season where we ended off killing all of the main characters off.
He's got to get past the turkey.
Yeah, now he has to get past the turkey again. My goodness.
my God.
This is thrilling. Everybody listening's like,
Okay, nothing happened.
everybody's like, who cares?
Dang, dang.
We have a lot of fun stuff coming up in October.
Oh yeah.
Spook-
I don't know if we
babies.
want to talk about specifically
nah.
because I don't know what's happening on which weeks, but we're essentially doing a whole themed month.
Did he just bite into that?
It's
fucking-
Christmas themed.
He bit into
Yeah,
that.
we're
He
t-
just bit into that pear.
I mean, yeah, he did. I mean, that's what you do. I mean, you're supposed to wash them.
I was about to
And
say.
we're outside, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a train.
It's very loud.
Oh yeah, the place that we had the concert at, right next to train tracks. So as we're standing in
Is it
line,
good?
a train goes
Yeah,
by,
it's fucking
and
great.
it's
Yeah.
like the loudest screeching sound you could ever possibly hear from a
Cody,
train.
bite that into the mic
Okay, give me a second.
one time.
Asthma pear eating train.
Yeah, we were. I was also, or you bite your pear, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
ASMR
turn
eating a
myself up
pear
a little
next
bit.
to a train
Yeah.
track.
Everybody hush.
Cody's front teeth.
I thought you
fell
lost a
out.
tooth.
Cody's front
Good
teeth fell out.
Lord. I was just mentioning. I didn't want to get into specifics because I don't have like the schedule in front of me right here. But we're gonna do a whole month of spooky things
We are.
starting next week, and because there's 5 Mondays in October, so that's gonna mean 5 spooky themed episodes.
Yeah, I guess we-
Halloween.
I don't know if I can do that. I'm
I-
not allowed to be
I
scared.
guess we could say the farm starts the fall arc of our podcast. Because I feel like the fact that we did the peppers thing was like the end of the summer, because peppers are hot, so it's like we're at that peak.
And
time.
we're hot.
I love how Winsel's like arcs of the podcast. Nobody of you's got it right. So. Oh my God, my foot is killing me. Or not my foot's not killing me. My toes are very itchy.
I got
I don't
almost an
allergic.
ingrown toenail.
I don't have
and
a
it
leg.
hurt.
Wait, what?
What?
I lost my leg.
At the concert last night where you tore your foot.
Cody's dripping pear
no,
juice on the laptop.
I believe it.
The
So.
bugs ate my leg.
Oh, okay.
Told you this is a bad
Okay,
idea.
where were we?
But I mean, we're doing all spooky themed stuff.
Cody
in
took 2 bites
October.
and threw it.
I
Oh,
mean,
them.
He ate enough of it. I don't care. There's hundreds. Found the goats. But anyways, doing a whole spooky themed October.
Oh my God, the turkey's out.
the turkey is coming closer to us. Cody literally signaled to the turkey to come over here.
Cody's going towards it.
Cody keeps getting up.
Oh,
for the
no,
podcast.
the people can't even see this. Wenzel, pull out your phone
I
and
really
record
hope
it.
this bit is worth it.
Hold on.
Wenzel, record this shit. We need to post this on our Twitter.
Yes.
Okay.
My goodness. So Cody's walking.
Oh my God,
towards
Cody is walking at it.
Dennis the turkey.
He's putting his hand out to shake its hand.
Yeah. Are you recording this, Wenzel?
Yeah, I'm recording this.
Okay.
Oh
that's
my
good.
God, it's rearing back its head. Cody's, what is he doing?
Dennis is he's here to rehabilitate because he had the hurt leg.
Yeah,
I don't remember how he got the hurt leg, but he's rehabilitating. But he will
kick your ass.
f somebody up. And I love how Cody's not even saying words. He's just like, "Come here." Like turkeys are like, "Oh, okay, I know what that means."
Kick his ass already. I just want to see it happen.
Oh, couple. I wish it kicked him like it did earlier.
Yeah.
I wish Dennis.
Oh,
Look how big Dennis has
oh
made
my
himself look.
God.
Dennis is a very small turkey, but when he fluffs up something fierce. My goodness.
Oh my goodness.
This is riveting audio, by the way.
We're gonna have this part on Twitter. We're just gonna have it on Twitter, and we'll say, just go check our Twitter for a turkey video. It's following. Cody's. Oh my God, is Cody about to have sex with that turkey?
I really hope Cody doesn't spend 15 minutes trying to get a turkey over here.
It's only been a minute.
Has it? God, time has slowed down out here.
Yeah.
Something serious.
Yeah, this video's at a minute and 25 seconds. I have at this video.
Oh my God, why is it following him?
But here's the thing: if the turkey starts following him, with the turkey being that big, he's doing it aggressively, like marching Cody out of his territory.
Well, I'll probably, don't quote me on this, we'll probably have like a time skip thing where Cody stops fucking with a turkey.
No, I don't think so. Cody's not gonna edit the podcast.
No, he's not.
My goodness.
Cody, what the fuck, dude?
I want to know what Cody's end goal is here because the
Yeah,
turkey
once it-
will mess up the equipment.
Yeah, what?
What's your end goal?
Cody's gonna try to keep that thing in his shirt.
Oh, come on.
Kick his ass.
Get him.
Kick his ass.
Come over here and do the podcast. Oh, sorry. See this? I knew we shouldn't have brought Cody to the farm. But so a whole spooky themed October. I don't know. Have we said on the podcast that we have like every episode that we're doing for the rest of the year
We haven't.
planned?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have. We've said
Wait.
that.
Have we
Yeah.
I knew we said up to a certain point at one point, but no, we literally have every podcast through the first week of January.
I think I just made this podcast super interesting.
But it was literally us narrating like, oh, wow, I really hope that turkey kicks Cody's ass. It was about 2 minutes of that. But we have every podcast planned through like the first week of January right now, which is kind of and we've had it planned like that since August, since like right after we came back from SCI.
Yeah, we've really kind of, and we've got a bunch of episodes. We're trying out some new things.
Yeah.
It's come off the cuff type of thing.
Ow!
There's a bug.
Oh, thanks.
Do you want to just say what we're kind of thinking?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I think that one of the things we're going to do is do some non-canon episodes,
Yeah.
and those would be really experimental episodes that people may not like, or maybe something to do with spoilers, things like that.
They're going to be shorter than our normal episodes.
Well, I don't know if they'll be shorter or longer.
Well, I mean,
I feel like.
I guess it kind of depends what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like-
like for example, I think we're gonna end up just out there
Yeah, go ahead.
for season 3 of Rick and Morty. Instead of doing an episode that's canon to the numbering, we're gonna end up doing an entire like breakdown of each episode of what we like and things like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
hiccup from that.
That turkey gave you the hiccups?
No, that pear did. I hope those were pears and not anything like a poisonous fruit tree.
Well, I mean,
Oh no! Oof! Ow! Poisonous fruit.
ow.
Ouch, my fruits.
No, but yeah, we're gonna do like the Rick and Morty thing. That's gonna come out. I'll go ahead and say it. It's gonna come out sometimes next month. I don't know when. It's gonna be right after the
Right.
season ends. Because the way because we have it. It's a good problem to have because we have so many ideas and like we've literally already pushed ideas back to next year. but we have so many ideas and we can't really mess up the flow because I mean, as you know, on this podcast we like to keep it semi-themed. So like October is the spooky theme. November and December is going to be kind of there's some holiday themed episodes.
More holiday themes, more things like that. And we have all these episodes, and we're gonna be letting you know what episodes are gonna come out.
Yeah.
Probably at the beginning of the month, maybe. Let you know what
Yeah.
our episodes are, so you know what's coming up and things like that. Because I guess this farm episode's kind of we're at episode 22. So we're deep in it right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that so like next month. Like I'll go into stats. Who cares? Like next month we'll hit episode 25, which in itself I think is a pretty big accomplishment. Or if you want to go by 26, that's a half year, 26 episodes, and we're gonna like go over that 1,000 listen mark, which is gonna be insane. It's like I can't believe anybody listens to this to begin with, and the fact that like next month we're gonna hit like 1,000 listens on our podcast is kind of insane. And we have like a ton of ideas coming. That's like podcast related, not podcast related, like different projects and things like that. I know like Colt's going to start streaming again soon.
I will.
Eventually.
I'm looking forward to it because Winslow and I have some good bits.
Ooh.
Good bits.
What? All you need is the HDMI cord, right?
Yes, all I need is a 14-foot HDMI cord.
Do you know for a fact it's 14 feet?
No, I just need a long one. I don't really
Like
know.
would a 10-foot one do?
Probably.
Huh. I may, because they're only like $8 on Amazon.
Yeah, well, you can get one on Amazon, or you can get one. I just haven't had time to look, and no one come up to me and be like, "Hey, get this."
I may pester you about that tonight. Be like, "Hey, look at this. Tell me if it's good." But no, like we have a lot of ideas. So like, wow, I guess we're gonna get really just like into it here.
I think we should. I think that we're on a farm.
Yeah.
We're at the birthplace of all food.
Yeah, this is
All
where I
food-
was born.
All food comes from here.
I mean, really?
Wait.
I mean, like the hot sauces that Cody made last week. The peppers literally did
Came
come
from
from
this
this
farm.
farm.
And let me tell you guys, I have taken a look at his pepper plants. Okay, the turkey is really confused because he can't go back over to the other side.
No, I mean he knows how.
Okay.
Does he?
He's been here long enough.
Anyways, so yeah, I've been looking at his pepper plants and stuff like that. Very awesome looking peppers. Tanner's grandfather has got it made out here. They've got shit tons.
My grandfather is 82 years old and he does the work of like 25 people. It's insanity.
I swear to God, there are goats.
There's goats. There's chickens.
chickens,
There's a turkey.
turkey.
He has a whole like. I mean, like my grandparents, they live off of like stuff. I mean, obviously they buy like meat and stuff because they don't slaughter their animals. They use it for milk, and my grandfather likes making cheese and stuff like that. So, and obviously they get the eggs from the chickens. Which, by the way, if you've never had like farm fresh eggs, so much better than any.
So much more flavor.
Yeah, like it's insane, and they're usually bigger too.
And what's crazy is you go over to Tanner's place and he has egg cartons. And you're like, oh, and you open them up and they're like different colors because they're natural eggs.
Yeah,
that he
they're
gets from
natural
his
eggs.
Grandfather.
Yeah.
He has apiaries like bee farm.
Yeah, we get fresh honey every time the bee guy comes
If you
here.
know a game called Harvest Moon, you know
It's very Harvest Moon
this
shit
dude
out
lives
here.
the Harvest Moon life.
Yeah, because I think he retired the year I was born, so he would have retired in '95, and he's been doing this since like '95.
So yeah, 22 years.
Yeah, so yeah, he's been doing this since he was right at 60, which is insane. But anyway, so getting into the podcast stuff, because we were having this, me, Winslow, and Colt were having this talk, because when we came up with the podcast name, it was March, and I was looking through my Twitter, and I first like got the revitalization, whatever you want to call it, for doing the podcast. Excuse me, at the end of February. So like, and then we, obviously the first episode come out the first day of May. We did it all through the summer. We're here now, and it's like, what else do we want to do? Because I mean, obviously here, like if you can't tell, we do a bunch of different stuff, like just within the podcast confines, and we like pushing that gambit and just seeing how much stuff we can do with like limited resources we have. Because I mean, none of us are making like megabucks. This podcast makes zero money. So
We are
Wait,
negative.
what?
We're making negative money.
I mean,
We're
this-
about negative $60,000 in the whole.
No.
Yeah. It's from this table in the kazoo mostly.
Like legit, one of the things that we want to do with the podcast too in the future, we do want to get a website up and running.
Yeah.
We do want to get some other things going with the website. And one of the major things we want to do is we want to help. One of my baby projects for when we do get the website up and running is basically having a layout of what equipment to buy and things like that to get you started with how many people you're going to have and things like that. Try to give low end and mid range pricing for those types of things. Not for us to sell, but just for like to give it out there free for people to up and start their own podcast, because it's hard to find things like that.
Yeah, like I mean, I remember because I had to go to Cody several times just to be like, what equipment am I supposed to be getting?
And I didn't know. I had to like search it
Yeah.
out myself, and I really want to do something like that with the podcast, is where our website is a hub for people not only coming to listen to our podcast, but if you want to start up your own podcast on your own, I want to be able to show you how to do that, what equipment to buy, and things like that, where to start.
Yeah.
Another thing is we were just talking about like how much money we make, which is $0, but also how we're like negative. We're negative amount of money, and the truth is that I would like to be a full transparency sort of thing where we
Yeah.
say like, hey, this is how much we're making, or this is how much we're not making.
Yeah,
or
like
something
if there
that.
was ever a time where we started making any dollars from this, I
It
would
goes
want to be
all into the podcast. I want to.
I want to be fully transparent for what the money comes from, because I think the weirdest thing to me is when I go on a Patreon page, and I'm not saying we're starting a Patreon tomorrow. Don't get it
Oh, we
twisted
are.
or anything, but we are. But don't get it twisted. I hate going on a Patreon page and just seeing how many patrons they have, but not how much money they get, because I think the fans
Yeah.
deserve to know, like, well, how much are you getting, and like
Is
exactly
this
what are you doing with it?
Because when you see a podcast that's making $2,000 a month, you're like, well, is this a $2,000 podcast like amount of money? Our podcast is literally, I think we are per month, $0. Well, I would say that we probably spend maybe averaged out to about $50 to $60 a month. That's not including equipment costs or anything like that, but like just for the podcast for recording sessions a month.
Yeah.
Depending on if we go.
Yeah, and I mean, in hosting, it's $15 a month just to host it on SoundCloud, and there's not a free. I mean, there are free options, but they limit your space so
Right.
hardcore. Like for music, it's viable because it's like 300, 400 megabytes. That's viable. But when each podcast is 70, 80 megs, like that's a month of podcast, and then you're done.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is we really wanted to create this podcast because we want to. Like it's not something that it's not a business venture. It's not
No.
something we're doing. We do want to go to places and things like that.
And this
so-
isn't a burden on any of us. I think we all
No.
have a ton of fun recording
Yeah.
the podcast.
It's a fucking Sunday and we're out here on a farm. This is fun as shit to me.
Like this
You
is
have pushed me to the point where I need to get weed.
You goddamn PC friends.
you damn PC friends. But no, and like there's a ton of ideas like that we have, and like I'm obviously not going to be like, here's all of our ideas we have ever had right now, because I mean,
You're not gonna know all of our ideas until we're dead.
We'll be 10 steps ahead of you.
I mean, and going into this, and I should explain. I do want to take a moment to talk about the non-canon episodes that will be coming up.
Yeah.
So we
we have
talk-
one in October and one in November. I'll just go ahead and say that.
and we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing those. But another thing we want to do is this would be it's a great like area for us to try out some things that we hadn't tried before we start doing huge episodes and things like that. Like we're gonna do an RPG test in one of them. Where that'll be an easy place for us to do a non-canon RPG because
We test rocket-propelled grenades.
Hell
So-
yeah.
so you might want to listen to that. And we're gonna I don't know, it's just a place for us to test before we actually do things.
Yeah.
Because we have ideas, and sometimes we know that people don't want to listen to everything we do. But those non-canons would be for spoilers and for like super out there kind of tests and things
Yeah,
like
like
that.
for ideas we have, because I know we've workshopped at least one other full-fledged podcast idea. I'm not going to say what it is, but like we've workshopped that, and like I think to try it out, I think a good outlet maybe would be to test it out in a non-canon episode
Right.
instead of having to, because I mean, there's one of two ways. We can either host it on a website if we get the website running, and again, the website costs money to run on a per year basis, or you'd have to get a whole nother SoundCloud feed for it. And like, if people didn't click with it, like, well, that's kind of like a wasted
They're coming back.
thing. Yeah, the goats are
Hell
coming.
yeah.
They're like, this is riveting conversation. We have to come. But and like we've workshopped one idea, and like I have ideas. I mean, we all have ideas. We're all very creative people.
We're brilliant. We're the best.
Hell yeah.
And we just have so many different ideas, and not even just within the podcast realm. Like we've done, like our SCI episode. Winsel's motioning for one of the goats to come over here. Like we've done the SCI episode. It's no secret that we're going to to Scenic City Trios. We're doing another episode similar to it, but due to time constraints with SCI being a 2-day event, Scenic City Trios being a 1-day event, it's not going to be a 2-hour beast because that's still our longest episode. It's
The
almost 2
biggest
hours
goat
long.
just stared at me, and I don't like it.
Yeah, that goat is huge, and I really don't know what's wrong with him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him, but he's a giant. I love it, like having a real conversation. Oh my god, that goat's huge. Like,
sorry.
What?
Wait,
No, no,
Look,
no.
they're getting closer. Look at him.
Like,
It's so
what
cute.
Podcast does that? Like,
Come here, goats.
and
What
this-
podcast do you know has fucking goats
it's
on
getting,
it right now?
Come on.
Okay, we're about to get fucking goats over here. They're probably gonna start eating our shit.
Yeah, we need to watch out for the cardboard box.
Wendell gets his phone.
Which is like, my phone's gonna be safe. I'll tell
How
you
you
what.
guys doing?
Oh my god, it's happening.
Any of y'all seen Kingsman 2?
Come here.
No spoilers.
Oh my gosh, they're so close. Look at them.
Oh my god, my foot is getting. Yeah, I shouldn't have wore flip flops out here.
She's so big.
Oh my god, it's the nice one from the beginning.
What are you gonna do? Don't eat that, please.
Please don't eat my Star Wars blanket. Come here.
Wow, I can't believe they all came over here.
They all want to be on the
I
podcast.
wanna get up for a minute.
Oh, look how pretty that pure white one is. Cody's the one that scares them all off.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
I want to pet one.
I do too.
This one's really nice. I actually don't quote me on this. This may be James Franklin.
I think it is.
No, like legit. Like I don't know,
I think James Franklin remembers me.
because I know Shadow Rider, God rest his soul, passed away, but
How did he pass away?
I can't remember.
Didn't he get kicked in the throat?
No, that was a whole other thing that I don't even know if I should talk about, but it involved donkeys. But yeah, I love how everybody left the podcast.
They knew what they were getting into when they started listening to this.
Y'all do this far, but it's always going to be a train wreck. But while they're playing with the goats, I kind of just want to talk about, like, we have a ton of ideas, like, not even just with podcasts, but, like, with the website, obviously, and, like, Colton Wenzel, the Twitch stuff is going to be more of their baby. And we have, like, I mean, just all sorts of ideas that, like, with every passing week, we get, like, more confidence to do because, like, more people are giving us feedback and leaving reviews on iTunes and stuff like that. And it's cool to see people interacting with the podcast in that sort of way and have really clicked with it. And Witzel asked one of the goats, do you want to be on the podcast? But it's just really cool to see how people have connected with the podcast. And like a bunch of people have told me how the podcast, with the goat bells in the background, how the podcast is like you're in the room with us.
I just tried to milk
Cody
it.
just squeezed that cat's milk.
I
Goat,
went to
goat.
grab for her udder and she walked away.
I wonder why. You're grabbing.
I've wanted to milk a goat for all my life.
I mean, you're grabbing a titty.
Okay. We're at 42 minutes.
What were we talking about?
I was just talking about all the different ideas and stuff we had, and like how like different ventures are going to be headed up by different people. Like, the podcast. Yes, it was my idea, but like we've all contributed to it equally.
Yeah.
Like I was the one to go like, hey, I want to do a podcast though, and the Twitch stuff I said was probably going to be more yours and Wenzel's baby. The website more of Cody's baby because he knows how to do that sort of
Yep.
stuff. And
Hell-
we have a bunch of. I mean. We just have so much cool stuff, and I don't want to say stuff like in case it doesn't happen or it gets changed or it gets delayed or it gets moved up. I don't want to say like what exactly we're doing, but it's just cool to, and I'm saying it's really cool to have like that level of feedback because we're getting feedback like every week, and people are like, yeah, it's like having a conversation with like your actual friends because we don't talk about like the same monotonous stuff every week. Like we don't get
Right.
on. We had no idea what we're going to talk about this week, but the appeal is that we're on a damn farm, so enjoy it. But it's just really cool that people are connecting with the podcast in a way where it feels like friends. And like we had a review left for us on iTunes that called us the Stand By Me of podcast, which is like a huge compliment.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for saying
And,
that.
like-
Yeah, thank you.
And nobody's been. I think those first few episodes of the podcast, just being transparent, were a little rough, just because we were still clicking. Like even though we've been friends for years and years, like recording yourself is a whole different ball game. And it's just cool, like how, and we weren't really focused those first few weeks, but like as we focus, like what episode we start really like narrowing down focusing? Episode 10, 11?
Yeah, I think we started focusing towards the latter half of the first 10.
Yeah.
And that was because of mix between people saying, hey, it's kind of all over the place, and it was between.
And that was really our only complaint of the podcast is that
Right.
we were very
we
scatterbrained.
were still getting used to it at that
And we
point.
were still learning how to have a conversation podcast and things like that. And then we did end up focusing. I think around E3 we started focusing.
Yeah.
That was in June. So yeah, we started focusing, and from then on we've started doing more focused episode. And we'll do every once in a while. We'll do something like what we're doing now. We're on a farm,
Yeah.
but
I mean, we do have a few freestyle episodes,
Right.
And where we're just gonna shoot the shit for 45 minutes, an hour, which is pretty much what we do every week. It's not like
Yeah.
you're like you have to stay within the confines of this topic, which we do, but it's very linear in a way where it
Right.
makes sense, and we're all having the same conversation, but we're all contributing to the conversation, and I think it just makes it more enjoyable to listen to. And I think that the fact that our podcast is just a hodgepodge of everything. I mean, look, we did E3, we did an anime episode, we did an Adult Swim retrospective, we did we're on a farm right now. We're
Censorship video.
doing censorship episode, and it's just like so many different.
Yeah, I
cool
don't know why I
thi-
said video.
No, but it's just so cool to see like people are like, I like this episode because of this, and like I like this episode because of this, and it's just really cool that people are enjoying us, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to.
Hey, buddy. What's up, little Dennis?
and one of the things that I love the most
The
about
turkey's coming.
this whole situation is that I'll sit there and listen to the podcast. And
I think you're the only one that listens to the podcast after we record. I definitely don't.
Well,
I hate
I
the
have
sound
to
of
do
my
it
voice.
to try and make sure that nothing
yeah.
sounds bad or anything. And I'll listen to the podcast and I laugh and I enjoy the podcast. So yeah,
Yeah, like I love like people will like DM me on Twitter or tell me on Twitter like, hey, like I like literally this past week I had somebody like I lost my shit when you guys during the back to school story episode, and like the episode not our best performing episode, but as long as we can make people laugh, it's just. And this has gotten incredibly close.
Why is he so close?
He's getting big. Oh,
hello Turkey.
hello.
I've
Dennis.
killed countless people in your family.
Wendell grabbing his phone again.
Oh God, I ate turkey earlier today. Oh
Jeez.
I ate some earlier today, but it's really cool to see
There's no fence.
people connect with.
He's
it.
just there, sitting right next to us.
What? I think my phone crashed.
Everybody be very quiet.
No need to be quiet.
I just don't know how to. I mean, you guys are recording the turkey, and I don't really know what to say.
Start the wrap up, Tanner.
Are we okay? But yeah, pretty much. Thanks everybody that's ever listened to any singular episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to connect with us more, or you can listen to us on SoundCloud, AYCH Podcast, iTunes, All You Can Hear Podcast, Google Play Music, All You Can Hear Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter, which is the best way. Twitter is the best way you can keep up with what we're doing, which is at AYCH Podcast. We're on Twitch at twitch.tv/AYCH Podcast. I'm guaranteeing you there will be streams in the month of October.
There will be.
Absolutely 100% guarantee you. We will
100%.
be streaming some spooky stuff, some non-spooky stuff. You can expect to stream probably at least once a week. We're on Instagram, also at Instagram/AYC. I don't know how Instagram works, but we're on Instagram at AYCH Podcast. And I've been one of your 4 co-hosts, Tanner. And you can follow me on Twitter at Tanner1495.
You can,
I'm Colt, and you can follow me on Twitter at ColtD88.
I'm Cody, and you can follow me on both Instagram and Twitter at CODDOC11.
I'm Wenzel. That turkey's staring at me.
That
You
turkey's
can-
getting so close.
You can follow me on Twitter at Winsy Wilkie. Somebody get a gun.
Jesus. Dennis is a nice boy.
And that's a wrap before we get attacked by this fucking turkey. Oh, God. How do I
Why are you so close, turkey?